she writes back, my heart rate is 125. Oh, I am spinning. So I write, LOL. I think she's having fun. And then she writes, please come now. I don't feel well.
Whoopsie.
I go.
But who does that? I mean, I'm sorry, but if you are with another person and their first experience with
If you just let them go to sleep.
and you're not leaving them alone,
Yeah.
like that's the worst thing you can do. And if you are with someone and he starts to have some panic attacks or maybe just paranoia, and they're like, oh, I need to go to bed or something like that, don't let them. You stay with them. You need to engage them. You need to do some fun activities.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Are you making fun of me?
Are you making fun of me?
I'm Weronika.
I'm Weronika.
And today we're watching...
I'm Waldemar. Hello.
No one cares. And today we're watching Tom Segura again. I think it's the third time that we're watching him on our channel.
Third or second?
Third for sure. At least third. There was the video we watched, Every Family Has a Stupid Person.
Yeah.
And then the first one that we watched was
about Steven Seagal.
About Steven Seagal, where
you're right.
Yeah. That was a really funny one. I think that was the strongest one so far. So I'm hoping for him to pick up his game again. And this one is titled Mom Tries Gummies. So I assume this is about illegal substances. Although they are legal probably where he is. So
yeah.
I don't know.
It's about marijuana. I will say it if you don't dare. Yeah,
What is that?
I know.
Okay, so yeah, we'll see. He's been pretty solid so far, but the second video that we watched wasn't that hilarious, I guess. I don't know if you remember.
I remember it was
okay.
quite okay,
It was
but
quite
yeah,
okay,
with
yeah.
the Steven Seagal it was much funnier, you're right.
So let's see how this one goes. And this is an older one, newer one, we know? We don't know.
I don't know. He was always bald, so I cannot judge by the by the loss of
the
hair.
stand of the headline. Yeah, but I saw that he's grey haired now.
So I don't think.
Oh, I think it's older. Yeah. Look. His beard is grey. So I think this is a bit of a newer one.
Let's see.
If you have never been surprise megadosed, it is horrific. It is a harrowing, panic-induced terror ride. And so a few weeks ago, I did it to my mother. I was visiting her. She's alone. She knows I eat them at night. I've told her for a while they help me sleep, which they do. And she calls them gummies. So she comes up to me and she's like, are you going to have a gummy tonight? And I go, yes. She goes, may I have one? And I was like, yeah. I give her one because I take one. And one gets me high. So I'm like, this is going to peel back her wig, you know? I sit around with her for a couple hours. And then I ask her, I go, how do you feel? She goes, I feel nothing. Like, really? She goes, yes. I go, all right, well, I don't know. Go to bed, you fucking savage. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, but I noticed that with marijuana, it's often the case that when you are doing this for the first time, you think that it doesn't work on you. But I think it's only because you don't know how it's supposed to work, and you have those...
and you only had experience with getting drunk before, and it's not comparable to being very drunk, I suppose, and you expect
Sorry,
it to...
I don't understand.
That you expect it to make you feel as if you were very drunk, but that's not what it does, maybe.
Yeah, I think you can have different expectations. You know, maybe you've seen some movies and you're like expecting to act like a movie character.
Yeah.
Like you will see some dragons and stuff, or you'll be like giggling without a reason. So I think a lot of people have those expectations, and then they smoke or they took an edible and they think that they're gonna have that, and they don't. So they are thinking that it's not working on them, and only on the like a second or third time they're like, okay. Now I see how it works, and I notice it's not always occurring, but it occurs quite often.
Yeah, I suppose.
Next day,
I wouldn't know.
It's evening, and she comes up to me again. May I have another gummy tonight? I go, you had one yesterday, and you didn't feel anything. She goes, maybe I should take two. Maybe you should. I give her two, we hang out, and again, I ask her, how do you feel? She goes, I feel nothing. I'm like, really? She goes, should I take two more? I said, hey, Pablo, you might want to keep it in first for a minute. She goes, you don't think so? I go, actually, I do think so. Here you go. Here's 2 more. I give it to her. She eats them, and then she says, I'm going to bed. I go, all right. She goes to her room. I go to the guest room. A few minutes later, I receive a series of text messages that I have since memorized. The first one says, Tommy, I am fizzing. F-I-Z-Z-I-N-G. So I write back, sounds cool. Because who the fuck, like, I'm fizzing right now, man, She writes back, my heart rate is 125. Oh, I am spinning. So I write, LOL. I think she's having fun. And then she writes, please come now. I don't feel well.
Whoopsie.
I go.
But who does that? I mean, I'm sorry, but if you are with another person and she has their first experience with
If
marijuana,
you just let them go to sleep.
and you're not leaving them alone, like that's the worst thing you can do. And if you are with someone and he starts to have some panic attacks or maybe just paranoia, and they're like, oh, I need to go to bed or something like that, don't let them. You stay with them. You need to engage them. You need to do some fun activities. You need to, you need to overstimulate their mind. Like, with little children when they fall off, you need to go like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because if they will be alone and with their thoughts, then that's the recipe for a tragedy.
Yeah, I can imagine. And also, it's quite strange because she's an elderly woman. I know it probably can't harm her, but even the heart rate, if my mom was the age that his mom must have been and told me that her heart rate is 125, I would be a little bit concerned.
Yeah. Like you said, it won't kill her, but it's just not
discomfort, right? Yeah.
Not a nice experience. Why won't you stay with her and do something, watch a movie or talk?
Also, especially since he seems pretty sad that this would be a fun experience, so I would like to see it as well unfold, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Go into her room and my mother is seated upright. That is an alarming look for an elderly woman. Most of them lay down or lean. She's just in bed like. I go, are you okay? And she goes, no. So I take her out to the patio. I'm thinking fresh air, It's clear immediately that we are in for a ride. The first thing she does, she goes, my lips, they are stuck together. I go, I'll get you some water. And she goes, why am I hungry?
Oh, really?
I said, because it's working. And she goes, the dog was here, the dog is gone? And I go, oh my God. I start to laugh so destructively hard. It is not ha ha ha. It is a deep, primal. I'm watching my 77-year-old mother get high. I'm not laughing. My nervous system is shutting down, all right? I mean, I'm watching her look at sounds. She's like. As I'm laughing, I look at her, and at one moment, her face contorts. Her face goes. And she looks at me, and she goes, tomorrow, your laughter will be tears on my corpse. And I'm like, what? She goes, it's the perfect murder. Nobody will know it was you. My lungs invert at this point, and I have tears streaming down my face. She's so high, she thinks my laughter is confirming her thoughts. She starts to legit plead for her life. She goes, Tommy, please, please, don't kill me. I am your mother. I fucking pass out in a chair. I'm like, ugh.
I think.
It was not a funny story.
Yeah, I
And-
think he was making it too much of a funny story when it wasn't. If he maybe didn't take it so.
I think that's exactly what happened, like in real life.
Yeah, and he could have
I
added
think,
something.
I think he could like
Spice it up.
spice it up, switch things up a little
Maybe.
bit because it was not funny at all.
It was a bit funny, but yeah, but the moment when he transitioned to saying like I'm laughing my ass off, and you were like, at this point already, like are we going to build up to that because it's not that funny? Yeah, the delivery was a bit of a problem, I guess, but I still like him for some reason. I don't know. He seems like a likable guy. I think I've
I
said
don't
that
know.
before.
After this story, I'm like, I wouldn't want to hang out with him and smoke.
Yeah, but that's kind of true. Yeah, like if your mother is scared that you're going to murder her, and you're just, I mean, I get that
But
it's
also,
funny,
like,
but
if this is a real story, then what person who takes gummies every day, so he has some experience with them, what person?
lets their mother take 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, he should know that she's just not feeling it, and like let her maybe take 2, but like sit on it for a long time, and then maybe don't take
two
more.
and a half,
Yeah, but not 4.
not double up.
Yeah.
It would still be funny. So I assume that that's what happened. He didn't give her half more because he could say in the stand up that I gave her half a gummy more.
Yeah.
It would still be funny. So there is no point to
Mm.
switch this to 4. Like, and you don't leave them alone. I mean, sorry, I'm I'm treating the stand up routine so serious, but for me it's like a commandment, 11th commandment. If you are getting high with someone, you don't leave them alone.
Mm.
You need to spend time with them. You need to, and especially if you are the person who has more experience with that, and the other person has some worries. They're like, "Oh, my lips are dry. Are they supposed to be dry?" You're like, "Yeah, don't worry." Or if they are start, coughing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you're like, that's normal. You can talk
Calm
them.
them down. Yeah, and also, yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of strange if you really wanted to experience your mother being high to the point that you let her eat 4 times of what you usually eat, and then she says, "I'm going to sleep," and you're like, "Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see this anyway."
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a very weird story. I don't know what to think about it. Let me know what you are thinking about this.
Yes, please.
If you are thinking more like me, or if you are thinking that it's a good thing to do to get your mother so high and then
Leave her.
leave her.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for
Thank
watching.
you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.